Wow, I stopped recording somewhere. I don't know where. I'm getting really angry at this shit. Like fucking not able to record whenever, however, how long I want. I was talking about sampling in the music industry. And you can clearly hear me mumble, taking a piss, seeing the moon. Way smaller than I am. This is even like I'm seeing it like a Hollywood ratio, while you're seeing it in a realistic ratio, you could say. But then again, Hollywood movies still overdo it way too much with the big moons. Oh, yeah. I said some shit about turning a knob. Like, yeah, seriously enlightening stuff. If you turn your knob like 3 degrees to the left, adding a little bit more reverb. No, usually it's to the right. You see yourself in front of lawyers and you get like sued and shit. But if you turn your reverb plug into 6%, your dude says like, yeah, nah, this is an own material thingy. It can stand on its own. This is new work. You fucker can sue us. This is how it feels. This how be. Later on, could look how far I recorded, but instead I just stay ignorant and aggressive. And did I tell you folks shit about the wine and the cheese? If not, just think that I kinda did. Yeah. The best feature about recording a video is when you have to constantly watch that record button. Now you have seen videos of me vlogging, trying to vlog into the camera, but now with this additional insight, this new piece of information that it might stop at any time, I have to constantly focus on the fucking record button. Yeah, not to mention, by the way, this is also my last vlog. Like the last Death Grips albums. This is the last one, you know. There will never ever be a new vlog. You fuckers can count that. The way you treated me, fuck you guys. No, seriously, at this point, I seriously wish any feedback would come at all. I know I produce a lot of trash, but any kind of feedback, man. I don't want a big crowd. Like, I've talked with one dude when I was streaming Metal Gear 3, and I talked with him like for 3 or 4 hours. Now, why was I able to remember that shit? Let's say I would be a big titty goth girlfriend type kind of gamer girl, meme streamer. I would draw so much attention. I could remember which simp would write me when every second. I would have forget about this kind of fact. But you know, when I'm playing a game and somebody writes or talks to me, this is like, wow, man. And I remember in my youth, and I remember mentioning this also, but here's the addendum to that. Like, I'm getting to an age where talking doesn't hurt anymore, you know? Either I was so socially awkward or sociopathic. I think my earlobe is freezing off, by the way. But I love to get into conversations with good people. And over the years, I've kind of, you know, developed a taste for good conversations and bad conversations. Like, holy shit, is this cold? A lot of times, this brings me back to my old topic. Oh, Jesus Christ, cross over there. Like, a lot of times when I was talking to girls are like always in this passive mode. Like, some penis comes along, and I also experience this when I'm acting like a girl online. Like, some penis comes along like, what are you doing? How was your day? And then after these 2 questions appeared, the guys are like, okay, so I asked like, I did the check. I forced myself these 2 questions upon her. Now I am able to ask, like, achieved. I enabled, unlocked a new feature. I can ask her about her vagoosh, you know? And this is kind of wrong from the male side. But from the female side, it's always like this. Like, oh, another dick talking to me. Sometimes I just write girls because I want to write girls. Other days I write guys. Nah, that would be gay. I either write girls or I act as a girl. And or I write to everyone how retarded they are and how retarded I am. But I'd never simped, man. Like, the fact that OnlyFans is a thing. This amazes me, you know? That's amazing. Like, and I thought about the gay version of that. Like, I could sell my ass for some money, you know? And then like, oh, you sold your ass, so you're gay, says the guy who has to sell fucking fries for $6 per hour for the fucking rest of his life. Like, it's like a quick converter between your own pride and quick cash. And a lot of people look down on that. But while they're looking down on that, they're doing the filthy, the disgusting, the straining jobs, the jobs that get them like really depressed. I'd rather become a suicidal alcoholic hooked up on Xanax, addicted to fucking Xanax, instead of like selling my ass so I could afford certain luxuries that I want in my life. Sure, at some point I seriously also kind of can relate to this. A lot of rich people tell you this. There's a certain degree when you reach a threshold of earning a certain revenue type, you know? When the number becomes too big, a lot of people tell you like 5 to 10k. If this number gets bigger, like, you get depressed as fuck, man. Like, shit, man, I've achieved everything, now I should off myself. Now in my kind of case, I don't really have per se any real goals. I'd say my agenda is like so diffuse, like the diffusion of my goals are so strange, weird, that even I don't really know what I'm doing. I have a somewhat idea what I could do, but I seriously need a lot of money in order to realize that shit. If I got that money and I could realize that, I could progress to new plans, and I'd try out a lot of shit. I'd always stick with music, because seriously, music sounds really fucking gay, but music kinda saved my life. Without music, I would have probably offed myself 15 years or so ago, you know, and that's why. Oh, you should see my face now in the next 10 to 5 minutes when I'm passing this fucking light post. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, the main reason I'm living is music, and I have to quote fucking Joe Rogan here. It's so weird, so fucking abstract to put like a money tag or a value to life, you know, and this is kind of true. But seriously, what would be so wrong about having every instrument you could ever imagine in like the biggest warehouse you could ever imagine, with the best bodies to produce and use you could imagine, huh? What would be so wrong about that? Nothing, except the fact that I'm a fucking consumer, Kuma, Doomer, Bloomer dude, and also that I'm adding to the misery of the world because of using of plastics and whatnot. But if I had the money, seriously, I would throw away my fucking car in an instant. But it's when you're in a poor people's position. Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm complaining. Fuck you. I know not every poor person got a car. The rich poor people have a car. The poor people don't have a car. I know that fact. But let's say you would be really fucking rich. Would you keep your car, man? Like if you had time, you know, because you have the money, you have the time. This is what you're kind of buying here. This is the package you're getting. More money equals more time, basically. Coming from A to B, you know, commuting, first class, fastest plane, fastest train, fastest car, fastest butler, and whatnot. You would use that kind of service, I'd say. Or you would be like some humble Mark Zuckerberg version, living still in your old apartment because you're so humble, but in reality, you know, you desire much more. This is like the main disease, putting humanity down, like wanting to have more shit, wanting to have more shit. I'd say, my holy shit, my nose is red. I'm a hobo with a cam, yo. See you next time.